I'd like to start with this trailer that came out recently. The
Okay.
people
Which
are
trailer?
buzzing.
They definitely are.
Gladiator 2, Denzel with the hoop earring.
Yeah.
Denzel, y'all know if you be over here, y'all know
Star-studded
I love a
lineup.
hoop earring.
Ridiculous.
You know it's true. I love my hoops, and apparently Denzel does too.
All right.
So the
Yep.
Gladiator 2 trailer is out, and Gladiator's coming. Gladiator 1 came out a very long time ago.
Yes, it did.
And here we are, embarking on a new gladiator journey. Um, and with Denzel no less.
Correct.
What did you think of the trailer? And are you excited to see this film?
I thought the trailer was too long. I don't know why the trailer is 3 minutes. Um, I said that to my boy Janelle, uh, and he told me that. So what? Gladiator One was a long ass movie.
It was.
I I don't know what that got to do with the trailer being 3 minutes, and I love him, and that's exactly what I said to him. And I think 2 minutes is already a long time because in 2 minutes people show us the whole movie. So in 3 minutes, I feel like I've seen the whole movie already.
Nah, but you didn't.
I feel like they showed us all the good stuff, and only like now we just need the fill-in details.
Details are important.
Sure, but when you see a movie, it's nice to not know, the whole shit. I cursed before 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Just before 5 minutes.
My bad.
Um,
Sorry, YouTube. I think that they showed a lot. There's a lot of action. This is clearly a sequel. They keep mentioning the main character from the first one. I'm curious how certain things are going to go.
yeah.
Um, Listen, Ridley Scott is great at what he does. I said the
Yes.
same thing when we spoke about Alien Romulus a little while ago, a little while back. Couldn't talk there. Um, Ridley Scott is a dependable director. You know what you're getting when you see a Ridley Scott film. He doesn't miss often. And with Pedro Pascal and Denzel Washington, and what's the young guy's name? His name is, hold on. I had it pulled up and then I forgot it. Just that fast. Or Mescal. There's an interesting cast. Um, and I think that, oh, my boy Peter Mensa is in it. Yeah. You know him, this guy.
I don't know everybody's name. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah. It's my guy.
So,
So I think with this star-studded cast, we're definitely going to get a solid film.
mhm.
And I was trying to show you a better picture, even though you said you knew who it was. Um, Maybe not. Give me one right now. I think with this cast, this director, I don't think it's going to be a bad film based on this trailer. I just feel like we know a lot already. We know that this is the young guy on the come up who looks up to Maximus and who eventually will fight Pedro Pascal's character. That is clearly the lead up. And also, it's pretty clear that Denzel's character is playing both sides. He wants to be a great entertainer and be paid and powerful, but it also seemed like he kind of want to betray the Roman Empire.
Are you not entertained?
That was Maximus, correct.
I'm excited for it. You know, I don't. I feel like my palette for movies has changed over the years.
Uh
I
huh.
would, I would have probably never been excited about this. I don't know. Around the time that the first one came out, I did see it, but I'm just saying that wasn't really on my radar. Today, I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I not see something like this? This looks exciting. You know, like So I do think my palette for movies has changed, but also, I mean, they had me at Denzel. I was
Hey, listen. I was trying not to say it.
The imagery around this movie is enough for me. The movie could be terrible, but what I
Okay.
do know, what I do know is that if I go see this film, or at the very least, look at images from the film, videos from the film, I will at least my creative senses will be satisfied because it's beautiful imagery. Just not even like all we've seen is either 3 minutes or you know some some pictures of Denzel here and there, and in promotion. But man, I said, man, this 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 looks like money was well spent.
Oh yeah. With a movie like this, you gotta go big.
And I love a film that spends the money to make sure that visually they convey exactly what they want us to know. So that makes me excited for it. You do this with music, I do it with movies and TV.
That's funny.
Because for me, this is the instrumentation.
I know where you were going.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited about that. Obviously, it's continuing a story that already existed. So that will be interesting to watch. Um, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't like I said, I'm not the expert on this, but from what I can see and from what I can remember, I'm like, oh, I'm with it. I want to see this. This looks really interesting, and this looks like this is going to be visually appealing, so I can get with it. Um, One thing that I did want to ask you, because it's come up, is in the trailer there is a very specific song that is playing as you get into the trailer. No Church in the Wild, Kanye West and Jay-Z. How
Hmm.
do you feel about that choice?
It's fitting because of the hook.
Okay.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer?
Who don't believe ya?
Anything.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
I've seen
also
a lot
in the
of mixed
verses,
reviews
there's a
about it.
lot of Roman references.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense, but I have seen some mixed reviews about that specifically, so I was just curious what you thought. Um, I've heard some
Yeah.
people say that they're pandering because it's Denzel and he's black, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but
Hip hop
because
is the number one genre in the world, and so we're gonna hear more and more hip hop in trailers. You're not gonna hear classical music in every trailer in the year 2024. It's hip hop is the number one genre, whether you like it or not, and so that means you're gonna hear it more in things that they want to grab people's attention, and it's also fitting for multiple reasons. I don't understand the critique. If they
I
want to,
agree.
if they want to make it racy, then okay, we can make it racy. But Denzel is not the main character of this film, clearly, so that's a bad angle. And also, like sometimes people be trying to make something out of nothing. Like everything doesn't need to be racy or race baiting. Like,
Well, I was gonna
and that
say,
album is also like really popular. So it's not like they chose an obscure album that nobody knows. Like
No,
they chose one of the most popular albums in both people's careers.
right.
And
Yeah,
those two people are superstars. It's not like they chose my album and your album and was like, let's put that in the Gladiator trailer.
yeah. No, I think it's obvious that everything about this, um, everything about this film seems to be pretty star-studded. So to me,
Yeah,
that hearing that didn't jump out at me in that way. What I what I will say too is that for people who think that it's race related, I don't think Hollywood looks at Denzel. I think he is one of the very few people in Hollywood, even though he doesn't like to be associated with Hollywood. But I think he's one of the very few people that Hollywood doesn't look at like, oh, Denzel, the black man. Like Hollywood just looks at Denzel as Denzel. He's this huge, huge, huge mega star. So I don't. It's kind of like a Will Smith. Like they don't. They are considered to be of that upper echelon. They are not. They're not hanging around down here with everyone else. They are put in a completely different bracket when we're having a conversation about them. So I don't really think that that's I don't think that race is the thing here. I think Denzel is the thing here. And that's why, even though he may not be the main character, that's why we've been seeing so much of him in the
of
last
course.
few weeks. It's because the cachet that comes with having Denzel in your film.
All right.
And it has nothing to do with him being a black man. So it has something to do for him or for me and you, but like in general when we're talking about how they view him and how they view us, I don't think
And
that's
see,
not a
that's
thing.
why I don't understand the internet. Because here's what I'll say. If you were gonna make it racy, the racy thing is that this black guy has slaves and is powerful in Roman times. That's where you make it racy if you want to make it racy, not the hip hop song that's playing in the trailer. And that's why I don't understand the internet sometimes because y'all just be focused on the wrong shit. If I was gonna make a race based agenda video or comment, it would be that, oh, why is this black guy owning slaves and how's that even possible during Roman times? And how is it that he's amassing so much power, which we can just tell off the trailer? That's
Well,
how you spin it.
and it's funny you say that because that was the thing that stuck out to me when I was watching it the first time. I watched it like 3 times today, partly because I was a little distracted while I was watching it the first time, and partly because I was like, wait, what you just your ears perk and be like, wait,
Right.
wait a minute. That is not a foreign concept to me. It's just when you're watching something and you're not expecting it and it pops up and then you're like, oh, let me
Right.
watch this again. Let me watch this one more time. So yes, I think that is the thing that probably should jump out at people, but I also feel like nothing is based on like real actual people look for things to be outraged about. They're not really looking for things that are factual and it's not coming from an it's not coming from an intellectual thought. When your response is instant rage to something that you really haven't even thought through, that's not coming from an intellectual place. That's just
Right.
coming from a very reactive and I just want to have a part in the conversation place. It's not coming from an actual intellectual thought. If you had that intellectual thought, there would be way more to have a conversation about.
Right.
But
In the musical choice in the trailer. Like,
yeah, I think it's silly, but I just thought it was interesting that it was even a conversation because I feel like that's the cool thing about movies. You could be watching the whitest movie in America, and a hip hop song is playing, or a trailer, and a hip hop song is playing in the background. That's not uncommon. So
no, it's the number one genre right now. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is.
yeah,
If
well,
even if I hated a musical genre,
yeah.
whatever the genre is, even if I absolutely despised it, but it was the number one genre in the world, I'm gonna know, hey, I'm gonna have to stomach hearing this a lot because it's the number one genre in the world, which
Yeah.
means it's gonna be everywhere. What's the movie? Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Look at
listen.
us giving y'all a deep dive on the Gladiator trailer.